Hi, I'm Charlie Baker, and today we're exploring Tip 1 in Exploring Gender's 10 ways to be a good or better ally in 2017. When it comes to a person's gender identity, ask, don't assume. There's a misconception that trans and non-binary individuals are immediately recognizable, that we have certain traits that make us identifiable instantly as trans or non-binary. Ultimately, this idea is harmful because it leads to individuals feeling tricked when they find out or are told that said individual is trans or non-binary, which unfortunately we find out again and again can have deadly consequences. Ultimately, what it all comes down to is that someone is confusing gender expression with gender identity. Gender identity is one's personal experience of one's own gender, and may or may not correlate to one's birth sex. Gender expression is an individual's outward presentation of gender. This can include, but isn't limited to, how a person grows and styles their hair, the clothes one wears, and the makeup and jewelry a person chooses to wear or not wear. An easy way to remember the difference between gender identity and gender expression is that gender identity is inward, and gender expression explodes outward. Even though there seems to be a lot of agreement, from an individual basis, what one person deems masculine or feminine differs widely. High heels were originally marketed towards men. Ballet is typically considered feminine, however I don't hear anyone calling Baryshnikov a girl, and I'm currently wearing a hot pink sports bra. The most useful thing one can do is widen the archetype of what it means to be a woman or be a man, because anyone can be as swift as a coursing river. And even if at this moment, identities outside of the binary seem a little confusing or hard to understand, respect them and know that no one else's gender identity or gender expression is harmful to you. And if your gender identity and gender expression is harmful to someone else, maybe look at the choices that you're making with your life. One more thing. I've covered in another video how to ask someone their pronouns. I haven't talked about what to do when someone asks you your pronouns. 1. Don't get offended. That person isn't making a comment on your appearance, and the idea that they are itself is offensive. 2. Respond with the pronouns that you use, be they feminine, masculine, or none of the above. Pronouns are a wonderful linguistic tool that let us talk about a person when we don't know or may not want to use their name. However, just like we can't always assume someone's name, we can't always assume someone's pronoun. The inclusion of gender non-binary pronouns isn't a muddying of the water. It speaks to the shortcomings of the English language and its lack of gender non-binary terminology. Links with related information will be below. Click subscribe to keep learning, and as always, peace, love, respect. Give it freely, demand it always.